Smart rings are one of the most exciting categories in wearable tech. They are small, discreet, and packed with features that once required a smartwatch or even a smartphone. Among them, the Samsung Galaxy Ring is already a standout. It's sleek, powerful, and easy to wear. But like any first-generation product, it has limits. And that's where the Galaxy Ring 2 comes in. The big story here is the battery. More than design, more than software, more than sensors, it's the battery that decides how good a wearable can really be. And Samsung is not taking this lightly. According to reports, they are experimenting with solid-state batteries for the Galaxy Ring 2. To understand why this matters, let's first look at the problem with current batteries. Most of our devices today use lithium-ion batteries. These are tried and tested. They've powered smartphones, laptops, earbuds, and wearables for decades. But they come with flaws. Inside every lithium-ion battery is a liquid electrolyte. This liquid moves ions back and forth, creating the flow of energy. It works well, but it's not perfect. The liquid can degrade over time. It can leak. And under stress, it can even catch fire. That's why solid-state batteries are so important. Instead of liquid, they use a solid electrolyte. This one change solves many problems at once. A solid electrolyte is safer because it doesn't burn. It allows more energy to be stored in the same space. And it charges faster because ions can move more efficiently. Put simply, solid-state batteries promise more power, longer life, and less risk. Now imagine this inside a smart ring. Today, the Galaxy Ring can last around 5 to 7 days, depending on how you use it. That's impressive considering its size. But imagine if the Galaxy Ring 2 could last 10 days. Or 14 days. That would be a game changer. You wouldn't need to constantly think about charging. You wouldn't wake up to find your ring dead just because you forgot to charge it overnight. It would feel more like a real piece of jewelry, always on, always ready. This is the dream of wearables, to blend into your life so smoothly that you forget they are even there. For smart rings, battery life is the biggest barrier to reaching that dream. Samsung knows this. That's why their push into solid-state batteries matters so much. But Samsung isn't starting from scratch. One of its subsidiaries has been working on mini solid-state batteries for years. These aren't just for rings. They've been designed for small wearables like smartwatches and earbuds. By pushing energy density higher, Samsung hopes to squeeze more power into tiny spaces. This is exactly what devices like the Galaxy Ring need. It's not just about making the battery bigger. You can't simply add more size to a ring. It has to stay small, light, and comfortable. That's why energy density matters. A denser battery means more energy and less space. It means a sleeker design without sacrificing life. Now let's step back and see why this could shake up the entire smart ring market. Right now, the leader is Oura. The Oura ring is polished, accurate, and trusted by athletes, celebrities, and health enthusiasts. But it has a weakness: subscription fees. To unlock the full potential of Oura, you have to pay monthly. Many people don't like that. They want to buy a product once and enjoy it fully. Samsung knows this. The Galaxy Ring already has the advantage of being subscription-free. Add solid-state battery life on top, and suddenly Oura's biggest strength, its dominance, starts to look shaky. If Samsung can give users a longer-lasting, sleeker, and equally accurate smart ring with no hidden costs, Oura will have to fight hard to keep its crown. This is how competition works in tech. The first generation of a new product often proves the concept, but it's usually the second or third generation that really takes off. Think of smartphones. The first iPhone was revolutionary, but it was the iPhone 3G and 4 that brought real mass adoption. The same may happen here. The Galaxy Ring showed that Samsung is serious. The Galaxy Ring 2 with solid-state batteries could make them unbeatable. And Samsung isn't just looking at rings. If they succeed here, the same battery technology could spread across their ecosystem. Imagine Galaxy Buds that last twice as long. Or a Galaxy Watch that doesn't need a charger every night. Or even smartphones that finally break past the limits of today's lithium-ion cells. Solid-State 8 isn't just an upgrade for one device. It's a future path for all devices. Of course, there are challenges. Solid-state batteries are still hard to mass-produce. They are expensive. And scaling them down to the size of a ring is even more complex. But Samsung has filed over 40 patents related to this technology. That's a clear sign they're not experimenting casually. They're building a foundation for something big. So what does this mean for the user? First, it means reliability. Nobody wants to worry about their ring overheating or losing charge too fast. Solid-state technology makes the Galaxy Ring 2 more trustworthy. Second, it means freedom. You can travel, exercise, sleep, and work without constantly planning charging cycles. Third, it means progress. You'll be wearing one of the first consumer devices to showcase a technology that may one day redefine all of electronics. There's also the lifestyle aspect. Smart rings are different from watches or phones. They're subtle. They don't shout for attention. They quietly sit on your finger collecting data, tracking health, and keeping you informed. For this kind of device, long battery life isn't just a convenience. It's essential. Every time you take off the ring to charge it, you break that seamless connection. Solid-state batteries reduce those breaks, making the ring feel like a true extension of yourself. Let's not forget design. If Samsung can shrink the battery while storing more energy, they can also make the ring slimmer, lighter, and more stylish. This is crucial because rings are not just gadgets, they're also accessories. People care about how they look on their hands. A bulky ring is a deal breaker. A sleek one is wearable every day. All of this comes together to create a very exciting picture. The Galaxy Ring 2 isn't just an upgrade. It's potentially a milestone in wearable technology. It solves the single biggest problem of smart rings, the trade-off between size and battery life. And it does so with a technology that could ripple through Samsung's entire product line. Of course, nothing is guaranteed. The final specs may differ. The rollout may take time. But even the possibility of solid-state batteries in the Galaxy Ring 2 has already set the stage for big changes. Competitors will need to respond. Users will raise their expectations. And Samsung will have a powerful new card to play in the wearable game. The Galaxy Ring 2 is more than just a new gadget. If Samsung delivers on solid-state batteries, it could reshape the entire wearable market. To see why, let's zoom out. Wearables today are everywhere. We have smartwatches, earbuds, fitness trackers, and even VR headsets. But each of them faces the same obstacle: power. A smartwatch is only useful if it lasts more than a day. Earbuds are convenient, but not when you constantly charge them. Fitness trackers do better, but they still need a regular plug-in. Battery life defines the experience. Now imagine a shift where this obstacle starts to fade. Imagine devices that last twice as long, or even 3 times as long on a single charge. Imagine smaller devices that pack more energy without getting heavier. That's what solid-state batteries promise. And if the Galaxy Ring 2 is one of the first real-world products to showcase this, it becomes more than a ring. It becomes a symbol of the next step in wearables. This matters most in health tracking. For many people, a smart ring isn't about notifications or apps. It's about health data. Sleep monitoring, heart rate, recovery scores, stress levels. These are things you want tracked every minute of every day. If your device dies halfway through the week, you lose that continuity. You miss data points. You break the story of your health. Solid-state batteries mean fewer breaks. That's powerful. Doctors, athletes, and wellness enthusiasts already rely on wearables for insight. Rings are especially promising here because they sit snug on your finger, giving more accurate signals for certain metrics than a watch strapped to your wrist. If the Galaxy Ring 2 lasts longer, collects cleaner data, and syncs smoothly with Samsung Health, it could easily become the go-to wearable for serious health tracking. And let's talk fitness. Imagine training for a marathon. Your ring tracks your runs, your sleep, your recovery, and your heart rate. With solid-state power, it doesn't quit on you midweek. It stays with you mile after mile, night after night. That's not just convenient, it builds trust. You start to rely on the ring as if it were a coach. And trust is everything in tech adoption. Now here's where Samsung's ecosystem comes into play. Oura makes great rings. But that's all they make. Samsung makes smartphones, smartwatches, earbuds, tablets, TVs, appliances, the list goes on. When you wear a Galaxy Ring 2, you're not just wearing a ring. You're connecting to an entire network of devices. Your sleep data from the ring can inform your Galaxy Watch. Your stress levels could sync with your Galaxy phone and suggest focus modes. Your workouts could trigger your Galaxy Buds to adjust sound. This ecosystem advantage is massive. Apple has shown how powerful integration can be with the iPhone, Apple Watch, and AirPods. Samsung is aiming for the same, but with rings added to the mix. The Galaxy Ring 2 could become the missing puzzle piece that makes Samsung's ecosystem stronger than ever. Of course, Apple is rumored to be exploring rings too. If Samsung gets there first, with solid-state batteries no less, it buys them precious time to dominate the space. Apple is known for patience. They often wait until the tech is ready, then polish it. Samsung is taking the bold path, trying to define the category before Apple even enters. That's risky, but if it pays off, Samsung could hold the smart ring crown for years. Now let's shift gears and look at psychology. Why rings? Why not just watches or bands? The answer is subtlety. Many people don't want a big screen strapped to their wrist. They don't want buzzing notifications all day. They want something light, quiet, and invisible. A ring does exactly that. It's personal. It doesn't scream for attention. It blends into your style. This is why adoption of rings could eventually outpace watches. They feel natural. They don't change how you dress or move. And because they are jewelry by nature, people don't mind wearing them 24/7. Add solid-state battery life, and suddenly you're wearing a device that stays with you all week without fuss. That's how adoption spreads. Not through flashy features, but through seamless experience. There's another angle too. Trust and safety. People wear rings while sleeping. They wear them in bed, in the shower, even sometimes while swimming. Nobody wants to worry about a ring overheating on their finger. Solid-state batteries reduce that risk. They are safer by design. That peace of mind is critical. Looking ahead, what could this mean for the next decade? Start with the obvious. Better rings. Each generation will get slimmer, smarter, and longer lasting. But then imagine expansions. Rings that track blood pressure continuously. Rings that detect early signs of illness. Rings that can replace keys, wallets, even ID cards. The Galaxy Ring 2 is a step toward this future. Solid-state batteries also open doors for other tiny devices. Think earbuds that last a week instead of a day. Think AR glasses that run all day without heavy packs. Think implantable medical devices powered safely for years. The Galaxy Ring 2 isn't just about today. It's about building the future brick by brick. The ripple effect could even touch industries outside of consumer tech. Insurance companies may encourage or reward people who wear smart rings for health tracking. Employers may provide them as part of wellness programs. Hospitals may use them for patient monitoring. The ring could shift from a gadget to an essential tool for health management.